Hey guys, it's Lana Eucalyptus from Chicago Music Festival. We're here with Wolfgang Gartner in Midnight Club Chicago. We're here talking about his tour, maybe some producer tips. How'd the show go tonight?
It was awesome. Always well.
The crowd is vibing with you?
The crowd is always vibing here. I play so regularly. This is kind of like Chicago.
Oh really? Where are you originally from?
I'm from California.
California, nice. And then how's the crowd out there, the music scene?
It's great in LA. It's great.
Do you think that music scene influenced you a little bit differently, and coming here in Chicago, there's kind of like a contrast at all?
No, the global music scene influenced me because just touring internationally and everything. So you take it from everywhere in the world.
Wow, that's awesome. What's your favorite place to go?
My favorite place to go international is the United States, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But if outside the United States is actually Canada, so that's even really not that more exciting.
Nice.
But the US and Canada are the best crowds. And besides that, had a lot of good shows in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, Russia, and South America, certain places in South America. But America and Canada, those are my spots. That's where I feel the most love.
Nice. Most home.
Yeah, and just the best crowds. People go hard, especially in Canada. They go hard.
Really? Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to move to Canada.
Yeah, a lot of people want to move to Canada.
Yeah, definitely. So,
But we won't talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about politics right now, but whatever.
Yeah.
So how's tour life? Like, how is that?
Tour life isn't a thing for me. I mean, I go home after every weekend and I work in the studio and I'm at my house. So like, I mean, I guess it just depends on what you mean by the word tour. Some people go on a tour and they're on a bus for 30 days and I've done that and they do that from time to time. But right now I'm just playing strings of weekend dates in a row and then I go home in between each one. So, you know, we didn't even call it a tour. We just listed them out as spring tour dates or winter tour dates or whatever.
But you're going like international as well and still kind of making it at home, or just staying more in the States now?
I'm just doing the US. This like actually up to the summer, as far as I know, I'm just doing the US. I know that who knows, but yeah, just doing the US recently.
That's awesome. And how's life in the studio? Like, what are your some favorite VSDs that you use? Some producer tips that you can share for us?
I am probably on the bandwagon with just about everybody in the dance music production community saying that Serum is like the go-to synth right now. Steve Duda, the guy that made it, is a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he deserves every bit of success that he's having with that thing. But that plugin is kind of
it's pretty much taken everyone by storm.
It has, and I guess the best way to put it is that it's leveled the playing field. Because for me, I always had this huge arsenal of really expensive, rare analog gear, and I could make all of these sounds that other producers couldn't make because they were just working with a laptop. But now with Serum, you can actually make sounds that sound like they came out of these expensive, rare synthesizers. So what it's done is it's leveled the playing field, and anybody that has that idea in their head, anybody that has good musical ideas can make that shit now.
Yeah, that's true.
And so there's
young kids are coming out.
And in my opinion, there's
younger and younger.
There's a wealth of insane music out right now, and most of it is like bass music, dubstep is kind of coming back, trap, and all that, and it's being influenced by Serum and the sounds of Serum. If you make bass house, if you listen to all of this stuff, you hear that plugin and everything. Aside from that, I use these plugins called Strobe and Cypher a lot. Cypher has been my go-to plugin for like the last 6 years. I made like Weekend in America and all my other stuff from that era kind of with this plugin and a lot of sounds that I made on it. And I actually don't really use any of my analog gear anymore. I moved into a new studio and I brought my Moog Voyager and that's it. I'm like all plugins now, so yeah, it's kind of changed.
Definitely. As soon as me and my friends got Serum, we were kind of just
put everything
aside. We're just like, okay, this is definitely the king right
Actually, I've always been into dance music primarily, and I've just listened to hip hop throughout. And like hip hop is what I listen to like in my spare time. But from the time that I started producing music, it was house and hip hop simultaneously. I was making like it's 1993, Inner City Good Life. That was my song that I was like in love with, trying to recreate that vibe. Kevin Saunderson, all that early 90s house stuff. So I was doing that, producing that, and then I was producing rap beats for like these kids at my high school that wanted to be rappers. Like, there was only two of them, but I would they would come to my house after school, my parents' house, in my bedroom, and I would like make rap beats for these kids in my high school, and then I'd go do house stuff. And so it's all just kind of like going back and forth. And I still do rap beats. 2015, I made like 30 of them. It took 6 months to basically just make rap for a while.
Do you still give it out to like rappers or like,
yeah,
hey man?
we shop with people. Some stuff happens to it. Some stuff happens to it with no vocals on it. It gets used in like a commercial or like a movie in some weird scene or something. So.
Actually, I heard you had a song in Limitless.
Yeah, Hook Shop was in Limitless.
That's so sick. I actually really like that movie.
It was in the scene where he's withdrawing off the NCT and he's going crazy and he goes through this party and it's like the most messed up scene of the movie.
Hell yeah.
They play my
And then
song.
that girl was like dead.
Yeah, that was the scene.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I just read that and I was like, fuck, I just saw this movie like seriously 2 weeks ago, oddly enough.
What's messed up is it's one of my favorites, it's in my top 3 favorites.
Hell yeah, me too, I
Because
saw
I'm
it and I'm like,
obsessed
this is
with
like a really like this shit. Like,
Yeah,
for real.
the utopian wonder drug concept of NZT.
You think
like,
it's true?
No.
Does it have a drug out there like
No,
that?
I've talked to people who
Scientists
know
have developed something?
I've talked to very
How are you making your beats, man? Do you have it?
I'm not gonna answer that question. No, I don't know anything about aliens.
Alright.
I don't. I hope they exist, and I think it's right.
Me too. I think they exist. Maybe not here, but interdimensionally.
Yeah, definitely interdimensional.
You think they're speaking through your music at all?
No.
Nah. Okay. Just trying to throw that one out there.
It would have been cool to say yeah, but.
Nah, I got you. That's cool. Alright, well, I think that ties it up here. Thanks, guys, for tuning in on the Eucalyptus from Chicago Music Festivals. Wolfgang.